Hello friends. If you are investing in a stock market, then definitely you need historical data. There are many ways by which you can get historical data of a stock. Here I am going to show you very easy way wherein even if you don't know software programming, coding, then also you will be able to use Python to download those historical data. Maybe there will be a little pain initially, but after that you will become accustomed to, and then you will be able to manage running this code by yourself. There are few requisites which you need to fulfill, and that is very easy because any application you want to use, you need to install it. So here you basically need to install Python, and then you also need to have one editor, that is Visual Studio Code. These two thing is important. You can use any other editor as well, but Python and editor I am going to use to do the download of historical data. Here good part is that you do not need to have many URLs or anything else. By using 3 lines of code, you are going to get historical data from US market, from NSC, from BSC, or from any other market for which Yahoo Finance support. So now let me assume that you already have Python installed in your system, one, and then you have one editor which you want to use. With this, let's begin. Again, if you are totally new, because this video is from perspective that you are totally new to Python, so you need step by step. But if you are already expert, then probably you can ignore this video if you already know, or otherwise you need to bear with me. Okay. But this is very important because here I'm talking of historical data for a day, for many years or so. So let's begin. So very first thing is I'm going to use two library. One is called yfinance and another is called pandas. These two are Python library. So first thing, very first thing you need to do is you need to install these two library. And what you need to do is again nothing but you need to come to terminal, and then you need to write pip install, then yfinance. I have already installed in my system, so the way how it executes is going to be different than from your system. So let me enter. Okay, here you can see for me it is showing requirement already satisfied. Fine. Then another one is pip install pandas. Okay, so it's simple, two step. After that, what you need to do is you need to come directly to code. So what we have done so far is we have already installed yfinance and pandas. So now for our code purpose, we need to import these two. So import yfinance as yf. So instead of writing every time yfinance, I will use as yf. Okay. Then after import pandas as PD. This is the standard wherein everyone, when they import pandas, they say okay PD. Then coming to just 3 line of code. But I will, again this 3 line of code, I will give you two-step understanding. One is we will first download it. Okay, so let's where we want to download. Okay, let me define one variable. In this variable, we are going to use this y finance. Instead of y finance, as I told you, I am going to use yf. Okay, then yf download. Let me try with Infosys. So okay, I will give you Infosys. So Infi, this is the code. This code you need to remember, but this you can get it from Bombay Stock Exchange site or Yahoo Finance site, or if you are using NSC from NSC, this ticker code you can see it. Since I am going to use to get, because in India we have BSC, we have NSC. So if you want to use or you want to get price from Bombay Stock Exchange, then you need to put BO after that. If you want to use NSC Stock Exchange, then you need to give NS. Okay, that also I will show you. So now this is one part. So we have provided ticker. Then next thing is, okay, for how many periods we want to get it. So let me first try to get right now for 10 days. Okay, 10 day. Fine. Then third thing is, again, for your analysis, you may want to see, okay, what is going to be your interval, the period for which you want to have it. So let me have this interval as 1 day only. Okay, that's it. So with this, now I need to structure this data for my presentation purpose. So let me, okay, again define one variable where it PD. PD is again for shortcut for this pandas PD. Then here for of pandas, I am using data frame to structure the data. Okay, then data equal to stock underscore data. Okay, this is two line of code. Then let me try to print it whether it is getting printed or not. Print what I want to print. I want to print this D where this data frame data is stock data has been stored. Let me run it. Okay, good. So now here you can see I have got historical data for 10 days, 14th, 15th, 18th, 19, 20, 21, 22, 26, 27, and 28. These 10 days of data I have got over here. Fine. And then also here the interval is 1 day. That's why you are seeing only 10 rows. Two things you can notice here. Then when I will change, I will show you the other part. One is here you can see that the prices, right, after decimal you can see many values, right? But for Indian stock we don't need up to this after decimal this 6 digit value. We just need rounding to a 2 digit. That also can be done. So I will do one part, two things I will do. One is I will introduce in rounding, and another thing which I will introduce is, instead of 1 day period, 1 day this interval, I will change this interval to probably 1 hour, and then I will see how it is showing. So interval, let me change it to 1 hour. Why I'm showing all these things is because when you want to analyze, then you can use this feature to add the details like 1 hour or more, or maybe 1 day, whatever you want to use, you can use it. Okay, and here I told you that I will introduce one more, that is rounding. So rounding, and then in this rounding what I am going to give is, okay, up to 2 digit. Okay, now with this let me run it again. Now with this, if I am running, let me see what is happening. Okay, can you see here? So now for this 14th of March itself, for each hour, 9:15, 10:15, 11:15, 12:15, 1:15, like that, I am going to get the data. And then also you can see that for closing, it is 0.10, 0.65. So with 2 digit rounding has happened. So this is one part. Then the second part, now what I will do instead of printing, okay, one more thing which I can show you, that is, here I have provided you the period. Now instead of this period, if you want to provide a specific date, okay, so let's try with the date. So what I will do, I will simply change this to start date. Okay, so when, to me, start date, let us say 2023, maybe in March. Okay, then maybe, okay, let us say 31st. Then end date is equal to 2024, again March, then 31st. Interval, instead of interval, let me put it to 1 day. Okay. Now, first thing, let me run this just to see if it is getting executed or not. Okay, it is executed. So I can see, you can see that, okay, total 6 column, 228 rows. So this is working perfectly. And probably you can use this instead of period if you provide start date and end date. That's it. Okay. Now next thing is we are going to export to CSV file. And that is very easy. Just by one line of code here at the left hand side, you see that there is only one stk underscore historical dot py file here. That csv file will come up. How it will come up? So what I need to do is I need to basically export this value of d to csv file. Okay, so d dot to csv. Okay, and then after I just need to provide, okay, what I need to provide the file name. So let me provide a file name, uh, stock historical. Okay, stk historical dot csv. Fine. Now let me do it. So let me again run it. Let me see if I can get error or okay, fine. So now with this, here it is showing in this screen as well, as because I have not commented this print, but you can see that this new csv file stk underscore hist.csv got generated. If I click here, you can see the detail for this whole 1 year, but instead of here looking, what I will do, I will go and see in folder. So let me come to, this is the folder wherein this stk hist csv file got generated. Let me open it, and then when I am opening, now you can see it. Okay, so you have data from 31st of March 2023 till this 28th of March 2024. So easy, so easy, right? So this way, this is the way wherein you can download. But now suppose you want to change it to ns. Okay, let me change it to tcs. Okay, tcs. And then instead of Bombay Stock Exchange, let me change it to National Stock Exchange. Okay, same thing. What I will do, just for a change, I will use this as, let us say, 10. Okay, just to see the difference, and then run it. Okay, okay, let me open it. Is it the same or the different? Again, it is showing the same. Why? Because I have not saved low. So let me save, and another one is now run it. Okay. So now this part I have done intentionally just to show you that if you are changing a stock, in that case, probably what you need to do is two way. One is that you can use the same file name, or you can use, the different file name, so that your old file, which is with the any other stocks historical price, it will remain. Or when you generate it, move it to some other place, and then it will again generate automatically. Now you can see that 101 rows. Now if I will see it again coming to this place and then trigger it, okay. Now you see how many 30 from 31st of October 2023 till this date. Okay. Now I will do another thing. What another thing is, I am going to change this to, let us say, Apple. Apple. Okay, for Apple, you don't need to put any BONS or any other thing. You have this AAPL. And then for Apple, again, what I'm going to do is, instead of this, I will let me put 12. And then next thing is, again, what I will do, two option. Either I can rename this. So if I will rename, let us say rename, sorry, yeah, I can rename this. So if I will rename these two, let us say one, correct. Now I will run it. So when I will run it, what it is going to do this for Apple, I'm going to get a CSV file name stk underscore hist. Since it is not here, it will create new, otherwise it will override the existing one. Fine. So let me run it. Okay. Now here you can see there is another file. Let me come to the folder, and then here, okay, come click, and from here now you can get it. So it is from 2nd of January 2024 till this 28th of March. Now, friends, you need to know that this is just a 3 line of code. With this 3 line of code, you can see what all you can explore. So all your analysis purpose, technical analysis purpose, you are going to get the historical data with just 3 line of code. But here story is not ending. This is just a beginning. There are many possibilities. Like if you want to perform technical analysis, if you want to automate your technical analysis, or if you want to perform your written analysis automatically for few stocks, everything is possible using Python and Python libraries. Important Python libraries which I have already shown to you. Two I have shown. One is yfinance, another one is pandas. There is two more. One is numpy, and another one is, okay, you can guess it. Probably next time I will show you, but I can just give you a hint that it is very helpful to plot a chart. So you can perform so many things using these four libraries. There are many more other also, but this four is really important. And in upcoming videos, you are going to see this kind of feature. And my idea is not that, I want you to become expert in coding, but I really want you to know a little bit of coding, the one which you can, even if you want to use as copy paste, you should be able to do it, and then you can have your desired result. So no need to know in detail, in depth about Python or about y finance or pandas. You can see here, right? Just few things. So these few things, anytime you can simply copy it, and then you can use it for your purpose. At the end, what you want at the end, your end result is to get the historical data, and that too of different periods, for different intervals, for different stocks, all these things. And by that, you are going to perform your analysis until you see my other videos, wherein within Python itself we are going to perform different analyses, and we are going to automate some of our work that is going to helpful to save our time. I think for this video, this is enough. And in upcoming videos, I will again come up with some new ideas, some new things, or probably I will explore in this line to help you for your analysis. So thank you for watching this video.